whole pallet has been messed up.
Clear on my side. Go on. Okay.
It ain't gonna hurt them for sure.
Yeah. Hey guys, it is Andrea here from VW Family Farm. Ben is over there. We have been busy this weekend. Yesterday, we had to treat the cows for ringworm. So you're gonna see us getting the cows up. Our son and daughter-in-law and daughter and son-in-law were all there, helped. I was in the market actually when they did all this. And so they got that completed. Ringworm is something you kind of have to spray like a topical fungicide on. It's not actually a worm like you would think of. So that's what they were doing, was trying to spray some topical fungicide, get it killed off the calves, because it will just drag them down, and it will spread. It will spread to other cows. It can spread to humans. So anyway, we were taking care of that. Here we are out here today. We are about to harvest some honey. We're actually not at our house. So we're about to get some honey supers off, and then we're gonna have to do that again at our house this week. We're also gonna go home, and I'm gonna show you a job we have to do with my little Jersey calves, and it's vitally important. So I'm gonna show you that and tell you why it's something you should think about doing too.
So we're trying to hurry, not necessarily hurry right at this second, but hurry and get these supers off, because goldenrod is starting to bloom. And me personally, I don't really want goldenrod honey. It has a different odor to it. I don't really want to sell that in our market, and I want that. They will store up a lot more honey with it. So we're gonna pull these off, put some empty supers on them, let them start storing up goldenrod honey for the winter, and then they can eat off of that.
Most beekeepers in our area do it this way. They try to get the honey supers off before the goldenrod starts to really bloom and they start bringing that in. It's almost like a bitter, some people describe it as like a musky, it's just a very different smell and taste that there are probably people out there who like it, but for the majority of beekeepers, they don't want it in their honey. So that's what we're doing.
Let's see how many of these are capped. So when I'm harvesting honey, this is one of the main things I look for: cap frames. Yeah, not every bit of it is capped, but I've got a rule. I always say 80%. If 80% of a frame is capped, I'm going to harvest that honey. That just means that they know when the moisture is pulled out enough that they can cap it and it won't ferment. So if they know it, good for them, it's going to be good for us. So what I do is I've got things that I put them on, sometimes a board. These are actually a bottom board that I'd got with some hives I bought years ago. But anyway, something solid that I can put it on, that they can't have access to the bottom of the hive. And then I'll put something over the top. That don't look real pretty, but that's just some wax I'd thrown in there months ago. I'll set this on top of the box, kind of like this. And all I'm doing on where we pull them out, number one, keeping honey and all the wax or whatever off my truck. Number two, keeping access to the honey super where they can't get into it.
Heavy?
Yeah, pretty heavy. There's still a few in there, but not bad. Come on, girl. We really want these to stay home because we're several miles away from our farm. This right here is a fume board. They squirt honeybee going on.
Actually smells really good.
Smells like cherry.
Yeah.
And then this gets the sun, heats it up, makes it really potent. The bees don't like it, so they vacate the honey super. That's a quick and easy way to get rid of them. There's still gonna be a few left in there, but
not many.
Not many. So now all I'll do is take that, just set it over the top. We'll go put this on another hive.
So you can see he's got a fume board on top of there. You can see how it's pushing them out. You can see it helps to have 2 of those because he's getting, well, he's not gonna put it on there, but
well, one's working and I'm trying to find a hive to put
right.
another one on. That one, they don't have most of that cap, so I'm gonna leave it for them.
But you can see, yeah, dreaded anthills. So you can see he's gonna get this one ready. Then we'll move back over there and work on that one while this one's doing its thing. Just speeds the process up, especially if you've got several of these supers to harvest. Because you can see this full get up. It's not too bad today, but it could get hot real quick. So you don't really want to be out here any longer than you just have to.
So now we're just gonna take an empty super, that one we've harvested honey from before. It's still got drawn comb in it. We're gonna take that and put it on them. They'll store up their food for the winter and be ready for spring.
They're getting mad over there. They will glue these things together. That's where the hive tool comes in handy.
And they've got this one glued down.
They are angry. They got you in the leg. So we are now back home at the farm. We're out here with the milk cows and we are giving a very important vaccine. In fact, it's the only vaccine we give. And the reason we do it, we don't do a whole lot of proactive vaccines or antibiotics. We don't do proactive things like that. We just try to keep them healthy and their environment healthy and let the rest take care of itself. Like these cows have been disease tested, so we're not letting diseases go untreated or letting bulls in here to spread diseases or anything like that. That's kind of our approach. It's worked really well. But one thing we do fight around here is blackleg, and it is spores, and they can live in the soil for many years, almost, they believe, indefinitely, because it'll go into a protective, like dormant state, and it can be viable through rough weather conditions and poor soils, heat and drought and all the things. And we have lost calves to it. It generally, I guess it could attack anything, but we have lost healthy calves in the prime of their life. Just as we're getting ready to wean them, we've had some just die. Like once they show the first symptom, they're almost already a goner. So it is a very, very ugly disease. And they can ingest it through like feed, water, the soil. It can get in an open wound, things like that. So it's very hard to avoid if it's in your soil. And just in speaking to animal scientists and things in our area, it's all over this area and probably yours too, to be honest, because it is so able to adapt and live in the soil. So anyway, I did it by myself like a month ago, gave them a vaccine, and then they need a booster like 3 to 4 weeks later. So we're out here giving these a booster. We're about to do a little dehorning, and we're doing the separating for the night to get these ready, the moms ready to be milked in the morning. So we're going to do a little dehorning. We're trying some different methods. I already see one method a lot of people had recommended that I really don't like, and I'm going to show you what it is, and I'm going to show you why to keep you from this misery. First thing is I got to get the rest of these cows out of here because our barn is being worked on. It's gonna look amazing once it's done, but it's not. So what I normally use for my calf pen is wide open, and so I'm having to make shift. This is my cow pen where they come up in the morning and wait to be milked, but I'm gonna have to use this for a calf separating pen for the night. You can see the barn over there. Oh, it's gonna look so good. Can't wait to show you the finished product, but we gotta make do in the meantime. So you can see there's 4 little jerseys, and then that's Miracle's little steer right there. He just ran in there. He's been black-legged a while back and banded. He's a steer now, and then that's Fancy steer back there too. They get separated at night. They're about to be just completely weaned, but we keep them in there for one reason. That is because they're good indicators when someone's in heat. But cows will also indicate that for you, so you don't have to have a steer in there. We've just kind of left them up to this point, and plus having Fancies in there makes me not have to milk Fancy all the time. Miracle's not even in here anymore. She's over in the dry cow pen. So he's weaned. I shouldn't say he's about to be weaned. He's about to go out with the steers that we're gonna wean off the beef cows here in the next probably about a month. So he's weaned, he's just not been moved, I guess I should say. So we got 4 jerseys in here. They're the ones that had just gotten blackleg. Those 2 bigger ones, it's been months ago, they're done. So anyway, we are about to, I'm gonna show you these horns and get these girls done. Okay, so you can see number 4 here. She has tiny little buds forming right there. So first we're just shaving off the hair. I don't know how well y'all can see what he's doing, but then we're gonna use an electric dehorner. We're gonna apply, it just takes consistent heat. You rotate it around and it just halts the growth of these horn producing cells that are producing this little bud, and it'll take a few weeks. This whole little bud will just fall off and it'll be healed. It'll be nice and smooth and healed, and it won't have a bunch of blood loss like if you let them grow horns and then have to go in and cut them off or something. So we were recommended a paste, and I want you to see what that did. And we followed the directions to a T, but it got down below the horn. You can see the horn still looks pretty okay, and you can see her skin. We actually tried it on 2 of them. Didn't like the results at all. I mean, maybe you guys have had some success with that. We followed the directions. Maybe you're supposed to cover the paste. I don't know, but it did not say to. It said to let it dry on there, and I read and did exactly what it said, and just not happy with how that turned out. So we're not gonna do that again until, if one of you has some tried and true way of using the paste, but it didn't work so far. So you can see we got the hair shaved around it. We're just gonna use a consistent like circular motion and just make sure we cover that whole area around the bud, and right there at the bud, basically. And just get those, you're trying to just get that area that is producing the cells to make the horn. You're trying to just disrupt that and halt that growth. So that's our goal here. Last thing we're gonna do is, this is a castrating band. This is for like a baby calf. We have a bigger one for if we let them get bigger. It's called an XL bander. But we have one calf back here who we tried the paste on her as well, didn't work. She does not have horns like Miracle did. If you've seen that video, we put the extra large castrating bands on hers and her horns fell off. It worked so great. Now it took a while. It didn't take like a week or a month like they said. I want to say it took a few months, but it worked really well. So you can see this little girl's little horns. We're gonna put these smaller bands on her. Maybe. It's gonna take a little doing, but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put them on the base of her horns. And so this is what you're looking for if you're using an electric dehorner. You don't need to go any further than that. That's a copper ring. That is the sign that you did it just right. And then those will fall off. I don't know, it could take 6 weeks or so. They're gonna scab over. They may not fall off the same day, but if you've done that, you've done just the right amount. I'll say that. Okay, take 2 on doing this with the bands. We had to catch her head. Just put it over there like if you were castrating. Make sure it's rolled down to the base. And we put duct tape around Miracles. Are we putting duct tape on hers?
It looks like it's just gonna roll off.
We may have to duct tape it. Hers are just small. Okay, update. The little ones, even though these horns are little, they're already too big at the base here, you can see. So we're gonna have to put the XL bands on there as well. That's okay. We're about to get those put on, and we got one more to dehorn. Thankfully, one of the two little smallest Jersey girls is naturally polled, so she didn't have buds ready. And we will see you guys on the next one. That's a little bit of what's going on around here. Just busy fall stuff. Hay is done. We got to haul it. We've got to harvest this honey. And Ben is putting a finishing touch on my market that we've been working on for a while, honestly. And so then that is September's jobs. We have kind of a master list, and that'll complete September's jobs. Give us a little breathing room. We have a few jobs in October, like, and when I say a few jobs, there's always daily jobs. These are like bigger things that like are one-time things and big things that have to happen. So then we'll roll on to October and wean all the spring calves. And October 1st starts fall calving around here. So we'll be weaning, and we'll also have calves being born. It's just a never-ending cycle, but that's good. And as long as we kind of stay caught up, then I feel good about it. I don't have to have everything done forever, because that's just not how a farm works. But if I can kind of get caught up, then things can just, if we don't get them done, they just kind of roll to the next day. And I'd encourage you guys to do the same. Be flexible. If you can't get everything done, do your priorities and then let the other things roll on over. Just farm life's a good life. Just remember that. If you're in the thick of it like us, just remember your why and why you started and why you love it, because agriculture is a dying thing. It really is. There's just not many in the younger generation going into it. There's farmland being bought up by huge corporations. So keeping small family farms alive is important work. So remember that, even if you're growing a garden in your backyard, it's an important skill and heritage to keep alive. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, and God bless.